I thought I was going to be sacked. I genuinely thought I've not got a job anymore. It was awful.
How do you keep up to date? Is there like a garden app community?
No, well, there is.
Okay.
The My Garden Escape. Thank you.
You know what? I want a night out with you because
I don't think you do.
Welcome back to The Joy of Shopping. I'm your host, Farah Sattaur, and we have a gardener, garden expert, and QVC presenter, Emma Jo Real-Davies in the studio.
Yay! Oh,
hello.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, thanks for being here. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. I'm getting over illness.
Yes.
But other than that, I'm good, thank you.
We've
all had it. We've all had it. It's that
But it stays with you for about a week or two, right?
Yes, exactly. But now the weather's picking up, I feel like, blossoming into
Change
summer.
of mood.
Yeah, we love it.
I do want to say happy belated.
Oh, thank you.
How was your birthday?
Thank you. It was nice. Yeah,
Okay.
It was actually really nice. My boyfriend did me a little tea party, which is really cute.
lovely.
I said to him, can you do me a tea party like how my mum would do when I used to come home from school? So he did.
Perfect
Got me a little cake. Yeah, he did well.
Oh,
and he got me a
good.
very luxurious gardeny perfume, actually.
Did he really?
So he did well.
Oh,
So well done to him.
Keep her.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll
Well, I hope
keep
so,
him.
because we're getting married this year.
Oh, yeah, we definitely keep him in there. Right, talking of your birthday.
Yeah,
We are the joy of shopping here.
yeah.
Any incredible gifts that you got apart from that?
Ooh.
Or did you get any gifts that you were just like, did this come with the receipt? Did you?
Yeah, but can I say, because I'm scared they can watch.
No, well, it's completely up to you. I think it's okay that you don't love the present, though. I feel like that's always going to be
Okay,
a
I'll tell you
thing,
one
right?
thing I did get, which was a bit of a curveball surprise,
Okay.
right? Okay, so my aunt did me a beautiful package and she got me some presents, but then she also got my boyfriend a present, and I was like,
Oh,
hang on a minute, what is going on here? Like, this
like
is...
the other child's going to get
Yeah,
jealous.
yeah, literally, like, do you remember, like, when you're a sibling
Yeah.
and, like, your sister would get a present, you're like, hang on a minute, it's not her birthday.
Yeah.
Like, what's going
My
on?
moment to shine.
Anyway, but also we have got a cat who my boyfriend is obsessed with. He's
Yeah.
called Pablo, and he is a lovely cat.
Pablo.
Little Pablo. He's
I'm
got-
cat obsessed
Are
as well,
you?
yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
you have
I've
to
got
tell
one.
me.
Yes,
Have you?
yeah.
What's your one called?
Swayze.
Swayze.
Yeah.
Patrick Swayze.
Like Patrick Swayze.
Oh,
Yeah.
my
I
God.
did have a Jeffrey as well.
Did you?
I really feel
Jeffrey.
strong on, very British,
Yes.
strong names on
Yes.
pets.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I didn't have to say on
Pablo,
Swayze, but
yeah, I love Swayze. That's lovely.
Yeah.
Pablo's got a little black nose. He's the light of our life. But my boyfriend is fully obsessed, like it is
Yeah.
like a child
Mhm.
to him. And my aunt, she gave my boyfriend this present. It was like a tiny little box, and I was like, what on earth is going on here?
Mm.
And he opens it up, and I swear to God, it was like a vibrating ball. And I was like,
Oh, sorry, wait.
I was like, Bo, what is going on here?
So it's
What?
like a ball of toy.
Yeah,
and
And it
okay.
vibrated.
Mine
and I was
went
like,
elsewhere.
this is literally, I was like, what is going on? This is very odd. Anyway, it turns out it's a cat toy. I was like, is it a cat toy? Is it just... no, it's a cat toy. So we then, for the rest of my birthday, just watched the cat chase this vibrating ball, which is a bit weird.
Liked
Yeah,
it.
yeah, he really liked
Oh,
it.
good.
He was scared of it, which I'm
At
not surprised.
first, yeah.
I could, sympathise, but it was a bit weird. I was like, what is going on? But yeah, good time.
That's so funny.
Yes, a good birthday, good birthday.
Okay, I love how you just deflected that onto Pablo.
Onto the cat,
Yeah, love that one. So, other than shopping for your garden,
Yes.
what do you love to shop for?
Okay, so I'm a big skincare girl.
Talk
I
it to me.
talk about skincare all day long.
What's your current
I'm
skincare?
obsessed. My current skincare. Oh gosh, are we really going to get?
Yeah.
I don't want to bore you to tears. 'cause
No,
it's like a
really.
whole ordeal.
You've got an 8-step routine.
But do you know what?
haven't
I've 100%,
Yeah.
100%. Do you know what I've got my eye on?
Mhm.
I can't believe I haven't committed yet. But like every month, I'm like, there's always something you've got to,
Yeah,
something.
I try.
But what I've got my eye on at the moment is the Shark Cryo Glow mask. I'm so desperate for it.
I have seen this.
Oh, I haven't committed to the mask yet because I don't know why. I'm just like, okay, I need to like make the time in my schedule to actually do it. But when I've seen other people use it, the results are insane.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I need
I've got my
to.
eye on that mask.
Yes, it's so good. And because I garden, right,
Yeah.
I get a lot of like sun damage. Even though I SPF up to the night, I
SPF 30 or 50?
50
Thank you.
every day,
Mhm.
even in the winter. I'm
Yeah,
like
same.
fully
Yeah.
slather my. Although, oh no, go on.
Oh
go
no,
on.
I was just going to say, not a lot of people know this, but I think people always think that you're getting sun damage from the sun.
Yeah.
Obviously, mainly you are.
Yeah.
But if you're on your phone a lot, lights, laptops, you're still getting those rays and
What?
yeah,
Is that true?
so true.
So you get like sun damage from your.
Not to the extent of what the sun would do, but it's still going to affect your skin.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's made me quite stressed.
Yeah.
I'm just never going to go on my phone again.
No, but that's what I mean. We're on our phones all the time. Or if you sit in front of a computer or a laptop,
Okay.
or if, studio lights.
Yeah. Oh,
Slap
oh my
that
word.
second
Okay.
layer.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you know what, as well, right? So I do it really religiously with my face, but I don't do it like on my hand. Do you do it on your hands?
I don't. I should.
I should.
'Cause hands.
So when you're
are
driving,
telling.
yes, they're so telling.
Yeah.
I want youthful hands.
You can get Botox now, which I don't advise, but
Oh.
it's just those new treatments that come out. You can actually get Botox in your hands, just like smooth it over.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
There's
not
something
an
for
expert yet,
everything
but there
now.
really is something for
Yeah.
everything. I feel like, oh my word, okay, fine.
That's
But yeah, so I
good.
get a lot of sun damage from the gardening, so I'm always like, I need to, even though I cover myself in SPF, but I can't be doing it, like it's difficult to be putting it on literally every hour when I'm covered in mud. I can't be like,
Yeah, because they
Do you know what I
say
mean?
every few hours, don't they,
Yes.
top it up.
yeah, and I do try and do it at like coffee break and then at
Yeah.
lunchtime, but you know.
So we touched on your birthday.
Yes.
Are you one of those that, like me, I buy myself gifts?
Do you?
Yeah.
What did you buy?
Oh, just anything.
Oh,
Like if
really?
it's jewellery or just
Oh,
anything
I
I've got
love
my eye
that.
on, it justifies it more.
Yeah,
for
fine.
myself.
Yeah, you're
It's
like, your
it's my
birthday. You've got to buy something
Yeah.
to yourself.
Do you do that?
Sometimes I do.
Yeah.
I'm on a savings hype at the moment because, sorry to keep going on about it, but I'm getting married this year. I feel
You
like I'm
are.
boring everyone.
Congratulations.
Thank you, it's very kind, thank you. So we're like saving for that,
Okay.
which is a nightmare. But anyway, we're getting there. So I'm trying to be better at buying something that I know is like a good investment piece that I'm
Right.
going to use for a long time. Because I feel like it's so easy to just buy something and then just be like, oh,
I'll put it away.
wear it once,
It's
whatever.
worth it, yeah.
Whereas I'm trying to be better at like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm going to wear that like 5 times and I know that like will justify it. Do you know what I mean? So I've been quite good recently actually
Very
with my
good.
spending. Although my weakness, obviously, predictable, is plants.
Yeah.
So I have bought myself a couple of new roses.
Have you?
Yeah,
Was
which
that
I
your last
love.
purchase?
Was it my last purchase? Yeah, I think
Yeah?
it was actually, yeah.
Roses.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm an expert, and
Yeah.
are there different names for the roses?
Yeah, there are so many
How-
roses out there. There'll probably be one like with your name.
Yeah?
There are that many roses out there.
How many roses are there? Just roughly.
Oh, hundreds, thousands of roses.
Stop.
Yeah, thousands.
Really?
Yeah, literally. You can get one for any occasion, like genuinely any occasion, like birthdays,
My mind is
anniversaries,
blown.
celebrations.
Thousands
Like,
of roses.
like
I'm just like, I
hundreds
just
of-
go on colour theme.
Oh wow! Like each color, there's
Yeah.
like hundreds in that category, and then you've got to like categorize them by scent, categorize them by like what type of rose they are, categorize them by like how often they flower. Like, do they climb? Do they ramble?
That's so intense. And
Oh
we're
my
just
gosh.
talking about roses.
And this is just
we
roses.
haven't even got to daffodils.
No. Oh, that's a whole nother world.
No.
Yeah, it's
really?
a whole nother
No.
world. There's doubles, there's repletes, there's little miniatures, there's all sorts.
Do you know what daffodils always remind me of? Do you
Go
remember
on.
in primary school? I
Yeah.
don't know if every primary school did this, but you had like a daffodil competition.
I think that was just your school.
Was it just
Oh,
my school? Did you guys
that's
do
amazing.
it? No.
What was it?
Well, you put your bulb in.
What?
Is that what it's
Oh,
called?
in the ground?
Your bulb.
Yeah.
Is that the
What,
right
you won
term?
home? Yeah.
Yeah, so you put your daffodil bulb in,
Yeah.
and you kind of water it every. It's like teaching you to
Oh,
look
to
after
grow.
something and to grow. But I've got to say, I cheated.
What do you mean? Well, you
I
bought
told
some.
yeah, I bought one.
Just one. Just the one daffodil.
Well, yeah, it was just one, and
Oh my
I
gosh.
did get a certificate.
Did
I
you?
did.
Oh my gosh,
And
the best
certificate has a
daffodil.
yeah, it's got a daffodil on the certificate.
Oh,
I've got to find this.
That is so
I
cute.
thought every primary school did
I
this.
never did this. But I love that you did this, and I hope
Yeah.
if I ever have children that my children get
Yes,
to do that, because that's the cutest
Just
thing.
buy
Literally,
it. I mean,
just buy the
everyone's
cheap.
going to
That's the
know.
moral of the story.
Exactly, because you're the expert. They're going to be like, well, your mum obviously
Obviously, she knows how
what
to
feed.
grow a bulb.
Yeah,
Wow.
the daffodil. But yeah, daffodil
love
competition
that.
won. But
Well
yeah.
done.
Thank- but yeah, we
What's
just
the
bought
certificate?
it.
Is it on the wall?
Do you know what it is somewhere? Because I do.
It's still on it.
No, it's not on the wall. Can you imagine?
Find a place and then everyone. The biggest daffodil.
No, but I do keep my stickers. I'm going to find that.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Did you grow the crest in the egg? Did you do that?
Yes.
Yeah, see that I just remember doing
That one wasn't fun though.
Why?
I just found that boring because then they said, "Oh, pick it up and put it in your sandwich." I
Yeah.
was like,
Why not?
no, that's a
think
bit
it's
too.
sandwich.
I know that's a bit too earthy for me.
Too earthy?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Like I'm all for being one with Mother Nature and
Yeah.
hugging a tree every
Yeah.
now and then, but I don't know.
You just don't like
You don't know
cress.
what happens when you're not in school to these.
Okay.
Is it watercress?
No, that's different type of cress. This is
Wait.
just normal cress. Watercress grows in streams. That's a
This
whole
is-
nother
this is
earthing.
too
That's
much.
another level of earthing.
Oh
It's like too
my
watery
God.
for you.
I'm thinking of the watercress that you get in an egg sandwich.
Yeah, that's like posh cress. Normal cress is just like what you grow in an egg, or well, obviously you don't have to have grown an egg.
Yeah, if I grew it at home, I'd be like, yeah, I'll pop it in there. But school,
I get that. I get that, because you don't know what's going on.
You don't know what the caretaker's doing.
Fair enough.
There.
I dread to think. I mean, that's all another levels of weird.
So yeah. Sorry. Okay, so there's hundreds.
Yes. Basically, every plant, pretty much, there's hundreds of different varieties of them. So it's a bit like, like in fashion, you'll have like a jacket, and then you have like a jacket with like a collar, and you have like a collarless jacket, and you have like a jacket, you have like a double-breasted. It's a bit like that.
Well, I mean, we have only maybe 5 to 10. You're talking hundreds and thousands.
Like
do you feel like you know all of them?
No.
Are there new ones coming out
all the time?
Stop.
It's like you can't get your head around it. I know nothing, literally nothing, compared to like.
How do you keep up to date? Is there like a garden app community?
No, well, there is.
Okay.
The My Garden Escape app. Thank you. No, but you just can't keep up to date. Like, so lovely Michael Perry, who's another garden expert, QVC, that we know and love. He is like all over the new plants, I would say, because even in gardening, there are so many different like remits of like what everyone does. So like, because I work as a gardener, I like know like what to do at different times of year, of like planting this and planting that and cutting it down and pruning and this, that and the other. Whereas like Michael is more like, he like knows all the new plants, where they'd be good for, like what sort of environment they'd work in, how they're better than the previously bred plants. Do you know what I mean? So it's like a whole massive world.
I just got overwhelmed there.
I know. Oh, tell me about it. It's crazy.
But you love it.
I love it. Absolutely love it. And like, you don't have to, it is overwhelming when you kind of get into it, but like you don't have to. You can just be like, I like daffodils, and you just plant daffodils. It doesn't matter. You don't need to know.
No,
like,
you
well,
don't
that's
want
that, and that's
you
that.
Want
Whatever.
to mix them up.
Yeah, you just
want people
like,
to come into your garden and be like, oh.
Oh wow, she knows
what she's doing.
She knows what she. Yeah, 100%. She's got the certificate for the biggest daffodil, the biggest and best.
Bloomed. Some of them didn't bloom, and they were like, "Why is yours just?"
A bit awkward.
I'm like, "Oh, you just got to water it."
Care and water.
I feel like this is a good time to ask you. This is just for me, being selfish here.
Like this.
My boyfriend has a great garden.
Okay.
No plants.
Okay.
So
no
plants. Yeah, not yet.
In a garden.
Yeah, no. We're starting from scratch.
Okay, that's fair enough.
I love spice, so of course I definitely want to plant, or maybe just get a ready-made. To be fair, chili plant.
Like, I love this.
When's the best time to plant this?
Okay. How good with spice are you? Like on the spice scale?
I wouldn't say I'm like a Scotch bonnet.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, I could.
Okay.
I mean, what's my favourite? I can't remember the name. Is it Encanto?
Oh, I don't know.
Encanto. No, that's a film, isn't it?
That's a Disney film about a Spanish musician. Yeah, I've got a little kid that
Sorry, bring it back. Bring it back. Encanto. I'm going to send you what it is, because it sounds very similar, but that's quite spicy.
Yeah, okay.
Would you recommend?
What I thought initially is there's an amazing chili that we do. Sutton's, the brand is called Sutton's, which is an amazing grow your own brand. They do like amazing edibles, so if you're into growing your own, definitely look up Sutton's. It's the best. They do all different types of chilies, and they have like this one that you'd probably really like called what's it called? It's called like the double jalapeno, or the grand jalapeno, or the big jalapeno. Basically what it is, it's like a really big jalapeno. So jalapenos are normally what, like 3 to 4 inches. These are like 7-inch jalapenos.
But I feel like the bigger the chili, the less
the spice. I know, but like, so that's probably okay. So that's like maybe under your spice threshold.
What was that one called?
That I can't remember. It's called like big jalapeno.
Right, I'm just putting big jalapeno.
It's something like that. Just type in jalapeno.
I'm going to type it in
QVC, and it'll come up. But the other one, I was thinking for you, but this might be pushing your limits, but I think you can do it.
Okay.
I've got like faith in you to try this. Right? It's called Grandad's Revenge. Wow, I know. This is like a big deal in the spice world, right?
Grandad's
Revenge. So these are like little chilies, but on the what's it called? There's like a scale that's like the SHO scale of spice. What does it stand for again? Basically, it's like the spice scale. Okay, sorry. It's like the chili spice scale. And normally, chilies that are hot, so like a jalapeno, would be like maybe like 5,000 to 7,000, maybe pushing into the 9,000 range on the scale. Grandad's Revenge is 1.5 million. I'll leave that with you. I know.
Have you tried it?
No. Because I think I would die,
but you just want me to.
No, because
I'm joking. I
you're good at spice, so I feel
I'm gonna
like
try that.
Even if you tried the tiniest,
a little bit,
tiniest little bit.
This has reminded me of, do you know the chicken wing challenge when they get celebrities to try
Yes.
from like non-spicy to the...
Have you ever entered a
Granddad's
chili
range.
eating competition?
No.
I think you should
I
do
feel
it.
like you're going to enter me into it.
I think you should. I went to one once and it was the best day of my life. I didn't participate. I was just an observer.
Did you
But
see
it was
people
brilliant.
crying?
A woman won, and I was just like, girl power. She was insane. She was just necking off glasses of milk and then
Yeah.
eating whole chili. And I was
I
like,
mean,
what
as
a
you
girl.
do.
Yeah,
As
it's
you
incredible.
do.
But I think you could face it.
Let me try and conquer Granddad's revenge.
I reckon.
And if I
okay.
conquer that,
We'll
I'm
we'll
gonna
enter
do-
you
yeah.
and I'll come and watch. Yeah, I'll
I'm
be like
on
a
another
manager. I'll be like, she can
yeah,
do this. Yeah,
I'm taking 10% of the
100%.
winnings. 100%. Right?
I think you just win a certificate. You can add it
Love
to
a
your
certificate.
collection.
My collection. Love it.
Oh dear.
Right. You are a TV presenter here at QVC. When you started working here as a garden expert,
Yeah.
how much did it differ to what you expected in terms of what we sell?
Oh, that's an interesting question. I think I was probably expecting for there to be a lot more perennials
Okay.
because I feel like the whole gardening world was generally in a perennial movement.
Right.
Does that mean? Sorry, I don't want to. Do you know what perennial is?
I think it's a plant or
Okay.
a flower.
Okay.
That's why I was just like,
No, this is fine.
gotta
I
be
feel
a type
bad.
of
So I
plant.
don't like patronise.
No.
Okay.
Go for
So
it.
basically, a perennial.
Patronise me.
I feel so bad. So
No.
a perennial is basically a plant that will come.
There you go. Knew exactly what you were talking
You
about.
just knew it all.
Yeah.
It's a plant that comes back year after year.
Okay.
So-
So it just makes a comeback.
Yeah, basically.
Certain time of the year?
Yeah, but like mainly in the summer.
Okay.
So basically, there is. I'm going to be really boring now, but I'm just going to say.
no,
So
this is great.
certain plants have different life cycles, right? So some plants will come back every single year, and they die down in the winter to be like, this is my chill time. I'm hibernating.
But they're
This is
not
not
dying.
my time to shine. They're not dying.
Fine.
They're still there.
Okay.
They're just like taking a break. Like a little hedgehog
That's really
hibernates over the winter.
interesting,
Yeah,
yeah.
they're just like taking time out.
Okay.
And then they come back the next summer, right? Some plants will literally grow for their life in 1 year. So you plant them at the beginning of the year, they grow like crazy, and then at the end of the
That's
year,
it.
they're like, oh, I'm done. Do you know what I mean? Like, live fast, I am. Like,
Right.
they're over it, right? And then other plants, like trees and shrubs, will
Yeah.
grow like, they're basically perennials as well. So obviously
Yeah.
they come back year after year, but they're always there. They're just like
Fine.
a constant in our lives.
Yeah.
And they live like hundreds
It's
of
like
years.
denim.
Yeah, it's like
like a
denim.
base.
Denim of the trees.
Right?
Trees and shrubs are
Trees
the
and
denim of the
denim.
fashion world.
Love it.
They're just like, they're never going to
And
go
then we
out
get
of
into the
fashion.
tailoring.
Yeah, and then we get into the tailoring.
That's it.
And that's a multi.
get it.
That's like multi-stem trees. You know, that's
Got
like,
it.
oh wow, like
Mm.
bougie, like oh yeah, oh couture,
Elevated.
elevated. We
Yes.
love that. Pricey, but elevated. We love it.
But good to have.
But good to have. So basically, perennials are great to have in your garden because they come back year after year. They're low maintenance. You plant them once.
This is good.
And they just
Yeah.
bulk out.
Yeah.
They do their thing. You know, you don't really have to do much to them, but every year they look glorious.
Right.
So recently, I feel like the gardening world has been going through a perennial movement because more people in COVID during the pandemic got into gardening.
Mm.
And I think like as a beginner gardener thing to kind of do, perennials are really, really good because you just like I said, you just plant them, they do their thing and you get on with it. And you don't, do you know what I mean? You don't need
Yeah.
like a lot of like expertise or knowledge
No.
to look after them. So I was expecting when I came to QVC, I guess, I hadn't really thought about it before, I suppose, but that like 90% of what we sell was going to be like perennials and things like that. And we
Okay.
do sell a lot of perennials, but also what I loved was that we had sell a lot of bedding plants, which is great. So tell me more about your boyfriend's garden. I want to know what it's like.
It's a good size.
Is it okay?
It's a good size because he's not too much in central, so
Okay, nice.
he gets, he gets that space.
Yeah,
Shed at the back.
nice. That's
I think
fine.
there's a barbecue at the back.
Has he got a lawn?
Yes,
Okay, but no borders.
not yet.
Not yet.
But there could be
Like,
two
okay.
sections.
Oh,
now. I know.
I love this. Woohoo! So you're going to grow those chilies?
Yep, absolutely. Right, my garden escape.
Yes.
You mentioned that
Oh, I did.
nicely
Mhm.
a little while ago.
Yeah.
What's your favourite thing about being on there?
Oh, my favourite thing about being on there is like genuinely, and I know this is cringe, but genuinely, it's like the community. I
Oh.
love. I do.
I'm not laughing
I
at you. I'm
do. I swear.
I'm laughing at the two.
So I always say, right, that the reason I wanted to like do TV, and before I worked in TV, I worked in radio, and genuinely, and this can make me sound like an absolute weirdo, but I don't even care. The reason I wanted to do it is because I actually love people, and I just like want to meet people and talk to people all the time.
I know, but I
like,
love people too. I
do
find people
you?
so interesting.
Me too.
I want to know where you've been,
Yeah.
what brought you here.
Yes.
Why did you get into this?
What's your story?
Yeah.
I just love it.
No,
I just love
100%.
making friends.
Yeah.
I'm like that weirdo that just wants to be everyone's friend.
No, that's
Just not
good
possible.
thing.
I just wish, yeah.
Not weirdo.
Well, it's a bit weird, but I just genuinely love like the
community.
I love the interaction we get on the shows, in particular on the live shows. Like if you, obviously you've ever watched the live shows before, people sending photos and
You've got the WhatsApp.
questions. Yeah, we've got
Don't
WhatsApp.
you? Which
Yeah,
is
exactly.
great.
And then the live streams afterwards are so fun because we just have this like proper like natter and we have a cup of tea and we chat about what we've been doing in the garden that week. And it's just
make my way into that department.
Yeah, it's honestly, it's so nice. And what's so nice about it is that like I've been gardening professionally for like 3 to 4 years.
Okay.
Before that, I've always loved gardening and I've volunteered in gardens and things, but professionally, I've only done it 3 to 4 years. So I'm still relatively new in the gardening like world.
Okay.
And so many people that have watched the live shows have gardened for years. So they've got so much knowledge and so many tips and so many little like nuggets of information that they want to share. So like we're all learning from each other. And I genuinely just absolutely love it. And also I'm just nosy, so I love seeing people's gardens and seeing what they're doing.
Yeah. Do you get your regulars coming back?
Yeah, we've got regulars.
And you're like, oh, hello, Dave.
And I'm literally like, you're right, Diana. What's been going on? How are your begonias looking this week? Do you know what I mean? It's brilliant. I just absolutely love it.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I feel like you'd have quite a few funny moments. Have you had any?
Oh my.
Funny, awkward.
Do you know about my syphilis moment?
No.
Do you know about? So basically,
Was this recently or?
it was like this time last year.
Okay.
It was. I thought I was going to be sacked. I genuinely thought I've not got a job anymore. It was awful. So basically, I was selling this plant called a physalis. Right.
Do you know what? I probably would make that. It's very similar.
It's so easy.
No, they would have had to let you
up.
off. Well, they did.
It's
obviously.
so easy to mix it up. And basically, what the plant is, it's like
What's it called again?
a physalis, right?
Wanted to catch you on.
Never again. Never again.
A syphilis.
Oh, and it's basically, you'll know what they are, right? So you know when you go to like a posh restaurant and you have like a little pudding,
Yes.
and they put like a little papery fruit.
Sorry, it's just getting worse in my head because you're now being fooded.
Because it is edible.
They're
So
putting syphilis on top.
Oh, little syphilis on top. So you know like the papery fruit, and they're in like a little papery leafy thing, and then you open it up, and it's like an orange ball. You know what I mean? You'll have seen them.
Probably.
You get them with like your chocolate tart and stuff. And anyway, that's what I said. I said you get them on your chocolate. Basically, for the life of me, I could not remember what the name of the plant was. You know when it's in the back of your brain somewhere, and I was like, these little orange fruits, they're in the papery thing. You get them on your chocolate tart. You get them in a posh restaurant. And lovely Julia Roberts, I was with Julia Roberts at the time, and she was like, "Is it a kumquat?" And I said, "No, Julia's not a kumquat."
Oh my God, that
too
sounds
big.
even worse.
I know.
What is going on with
And then
your
I
plant
said,
names?
"Oh, it's a syphilis," and I was convinced it was a syphilis. I was like, "That's what it's called. It's a syphilis." And suddenly, the real word popped into my brain. I was like, "It's not a syphilis."
Did you have your earpiece in your ear?
They didn't say anything. They went silent.
You went
I think
dead.
they were completely dead. I was like, "What is? You've proper stitched me up here." I was like, "Come
No
on,
one
guys,
came to
you
your
got to help me
rescue.
out." The whole studio just went. You could have had a pin drop. It was absolutely awful. And suddenly, I thought, "Oh my word, it's a physalis," and I could have died. It was awful.
It's, to be fair, very similar.
Yeah. Thank you.
Have you added that into your show reel?
No.
I bet that needs to make it.
It's on my Instagram. I thought I'll put it on Instagram and TikTok.
Is it pinned?
And because it went off,
Absolutely.
and I was like, oh wow, this is going to be the
that
end
needs
of
to
my
go
career.
viral.
But
That's
anyway,
great.
it was hilarious. Great time. Not as bad as, by the way, Ophelia,
Yes.
the lovely Ophelia present here. So we're just talking about perennial plants.
Yes.
They're the ones that come back year after year. She calls them perianal. And that was another moment that I know. And every time I'm on with her, I'm like, is she going to say
Did she catch herself when she says it though?
I think she realised.
Oh,
I think she did a
you
whole show.
corrected her.
Well, no, I wasn't on with her the first time she did it. She just kept going perianal. And I think they stitched her up as well and didn't tell her. And then at the end she realised. And now she can't say it. It's hilarious.
That Perry one.
Yeah, that Perry one.
That Perry one. You don't know what I'm talking about. That's hilarious. Oh my goodness.
Great times. Yeah.
Good times. No,
We've all had a moment like that though.
We've all
I'm sure
had
you've
a
had moments
I
like
was
that.
talking the other day and I said sorry in the middle of my sentence.
Well, just because.
I didn't need to apologise.
Just
I was
pop
just
down.
like, yeah. And I'm thinking in my head, maybe it's my ADHD brain, but I was thinking, no, I don't have anyone to apologise to either. I was like,
There's nothing wrong.
I was like talking about the fringe on the jacket,
Oh.
and just sorry came out, and I was like, I don't know why I've said sorry, but sorry about that.
Sorry about the fringing.
So not as iconic as yours, but I completely understand what you mean. Now, social media shopping,
Yes.
I'm big on this.
Are you?
I'm very easily influenced when it
Mhm.
comes to shopping.
Okay.
I nearly bought that 3-in-1 weed brush. I don't know if you've seen
Oh,
it on
it's
TikTok.
brilliant.
Yeah?
It's so good.
Oh,
we do one here.
okay.
We do one here at QVC. It's 4-in-1.
Oh.
Wow.
There you go.
Yeah, it's
Might
great.
have to have a look at
It's
that. But I
really
saw it
good.
and I was just like, I don't even have weeds. But the
That's
brush
fine.
looks
For the
great.
cleaning.
It
Yeah.
looks really powerful.
It's so good.
TikTok shopper, Instagram shopper.
A little bit.
Yeah?
I dabble.
Yeah?
I dabble a little bit.
Every now and then.
I am easily influenced as
Yes,
well.
am I.
Like I literally will see someone using something once and I'm like, brilliant.
Yeah.
And I believe everything.
Yes.
I'm so gullible for
I'm
these sort of things.
exactly
I'm
like
just like, okay, brilliant, this is going to transform my life. And do you know one of the things I did buy and it turned out to be a complete red herring, it was useless.
Go on.
So obviously when you're like weeding, right, you've got to like really get like most people will do it like on your hands and knees, so you need like a
Yeah.
kneeler because
Mm.
otherwise it hurts your knees. So
Right.
you're there like you bent over,
Mm.
you're like digging out. I'm using my hori knife, obviously, getting all the weeds out, like,
Obviously.
out of the cracks and the beds and the borders and everything. And that's totally fine. But sometimes you get your big vicious weeds like your dandelions. They've got big old roots.
This is hilarious to me.
They've got like
The offensive weeds.
there's like the
are coming
they're
out.
a
Big
nightmare. The
daddies.
pernicious weeds, we call them. Oh, the big
Pernicious.
daddies, yeah. I love that. Yeah, they're just like vicious little weeds. They've got like big roots. They're just real
Are they
nightmares to get out. Stubborn. And basically what happens is if you don't get the whole root out, they'll regrow. So it's like, what's the point? So you've got to get the whole root out, otherwise you've just wasted your time.
Isn't there a spray that kills them?
Yeah, that's controversial. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Because
Okay.
there
You're tugging them out anyway, you're killing them.
no, I know, but
Oh.
tugging them.
Like,
No,
either way, they're dead.
I am. No, they are. I don't care about that. They can
Yeah.
go. That's fine.
Okay.
But the spray that kills them, because
Okay.
it's like got a lot of chemicals in it,
Fine.
it can affect like
the other.
the other plants,
Yeah.
but also like wildlife, so like the bees and the butterflies. And so obviously it's like completely personal choice.
Yeah.
And I don't use them personally,
Mm.
but I completely get why people do. So like I'm not like here
Do you
to
think
judge.
people are aware of that?
I think some people are because
Yeah.
it is definitely the easiest way to do it. So I completely get that. Say, for example, if you've got like mobility problems or you're not particularly active or you just want a quick fix, then it definitely, without a doubt, is the easiest way to kill your weeds.
Mm.
And also there are certain things that just you need a weed killer to use, and that is just fact. Basically,
Right.
like it, realistically,
Mhm.
some of you, as much as you tug and you weed and whatever.
You like that, didn't you?
I did. I enjoyed.
You're
that.
going to use that on the next show.
I will. It's going to come up. You'll see it. You'll notice it
Tugging.
now. But as much as you do that, it's a lot of hard work. So I completely get why people want to use the
Okay.
weed killer. But basically, I bought this thing and I thought, brilliant. This is going to solve all my problems, right?
Okay.
What it was like a pole
Mm.
and it had like handles at the top, a bit like what was those things in the 90s? Everyone used
Like
to
a pogo.
pogo stick or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it looks like that, right?
Yeah.
But at the bottom, there's only one stick out to the right to put
Okay.
your foot on.
Right.
And then at the bottom, it's like some vicious, like a grabber in like the arcades.
Yeah.
It's like that, right? At the bottom. So it's like spiky grabber. So what you do is you stick it in the lawn around your weed.
Mhm.
Then you like pull a bit up and it's meant to like grab your weed like a grabber in the arcade. And then you pull it up with your foot plate and it pulls the weed out, root and all.
This is a workout, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like a full-on workout,
Yeah.
but it means you're not bent over, tugging it out
Fine.
with your knife. I can't stop saying it, sorry. It just keeps...
It's a good word.
You really
isn't it?
started something here,
It's
Farah.
going to trend.
You started
It's
something
going
here.
to trend
So-
on my garden estate.
So
I'll be watching.
Oh God! So do you see what I mean? So you've got your handles and then you're pulling it
Yeah.
up, yeah. So I was like, this is a game changer.
Yeah.
It's just a nightmare. It didn't work.
Oh.
I bought it off
Tag
TikTok.
fail.
It was rubbish. It just didn't do the job I wanted it to do. Like it would pull the leaves off and leave the room, and then I'd have to get on my knees anyway.
Do you think? I mean, we've spoken a lot about online shopping.
Yes.
Um.
Love an online shop.
Yeah.
Gosh, I'm
But when it
obsessed.
comes to garden,
Yeah.
garden plants and tools and
Yeah.
gadgets, do you think people are more fearful? Do you think they like to go to the garden centre and pick it out themselves, or do you think it's becoming a theme now? People are more confident, they know what they...
I think people are definitely becoming more confident because I think as soon as you've done it once, you kind of know how it works, you see the quality of it, you like inevitably get better deals, I would say. I'd say the difference with the garden centres in comparison to, say, shopping, gardening, say at QVC, for example, is that the garden centres are that instant fix. So, and also, obviously, we love the experience of going to the garden centre, don't we? It's like a little cute little Sunday morning thing to do. You get in the car, you get your little coffee when you get there, maybe have a slice of cake. You know, it's the whole, like, you look around at all the gifts, you get you get your cards you need for everyone's birthday. Do you know what I mean?
Can't say I've done this.
Have you never done it?
I'm really into it. You said cake. I'm like,
you've never been...
They got cabs there?
Stop it. Sorry, it's like a whole experience.
Oh my God, I'm literally, I just
they sell gifts,
lie
they
to
sell
you.
candles.
I was like, how many more yeses can I say before I confess to her?
Oh my word. They even sell clothes.
I mean, it's a home base, but...
Oh no.
And is that still going?
No, I don't think
no.
so.
Sorry. I mean, when I was little, we went to home base, but we didn't have cake then.
No, that's a whole...
No,
do you live in
bougie
London?
I do.
Oh, because London's tricky for like garden centres or cafes. It's a very suburban thing, a garden centre.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, it sounds very bougie.
It is quite bougie. You've got to find a good one. But when you find a good one, don't let go to it. They're brilliant.
Cup of tea and cake.
Cup of tea and cake.
I'm into
garden centre at Christmas.
Yeah.
Do you celebrate Christmas?
Absolutely.
Oh my word. Garden centre at Christmas, you've got to go. It's like decorations. You see Santa. You see that,
Santa's
moving polar bears. Oh my word. It's like the whole thing.
Oh my God, this
honestly,
is
we need to go. We need to go. You'll love it.
No, please message me when the next big thing comes out.
100%. Well, you just go whenever. It's great. But anyway, so you go and get your gift. So the experience of going to a garden centre is great. But what I would say is the plants, although they are great and you can get some bargains, and I'm not knocking them because I absolutely love a garden centre, but they are grown to be like, wow, look how beautiful that is
fully
right now.
Yeah.
And like when I first got into gardening, I think this is one of the lessons you learn is like, you know, they are grown for that purpose, so that they're in flower, they're beautiful. You take it home, they'll last maybe a week, and then, you know, either they'll die off or then they go into their dormant phase and you don't get any flowers again. Whereas like really when you kind of start learning about it a little bit more, you realise that kind of shopping with QVC is almost like a better investment, because you're getting things either when they're younger or they're not in flower, and then when they come to you, you plant them, let them settle into your garden, and then in years to come they'll provide you with a beautiful display. So you are kind of getting more for your money.
I was going to say, I feel like you'd get more out of it.
Yeah,
like
definitely.
Growing with them, like the discipline of, because obviously it's like looking after.
Exactly.
I don't say the baby, but looking after something that you want. No, but you want to keep alive.
Yeah, exactly.
For as long as possible,
it's the nurturing.
Right?
Exactly.
You keep it safe.
Yeah, exactly. So I think it just depends what you're shopping for, and what, like, if you're having, say, like a family party and you need like quick and instant flowers, by all means,
get them fully
go to the garden centre.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
Get it.
Yeah.
So QVC, very excitingly, is going to be at the BBC Gardens World Live.
Yes.
Is this like...
I'm so excited.
Describe this to me. Is this like the Olympics?
Okay. Yeah, basically.
Okay.
It's amazing. Have you ever been to the NEC in Birmingham?
No. Yes.
You know, like the big event space.
Like an exhibition space.
Like an exhibition space.
Yeah.
Every crevice is filled with plants, gardens, accessories, flowers, compost.
You can shop there as well.
You can shop there. Okay. People take trolleys, literally bring trolleys. I feel like if you go there without a trolley, you're like doing it wrong. Do you know what I mean? Okay. It's incredible, and it's so inspirational. It's basically what it is. It's like loads of people at different kind of like levels in their careers and different sizes have created gardens, right? Okay. Little miniature gardens. Yeah. So most of them like the size of the room we're sat in. You know, this sort of size.
Yeah.
So it's really nice, because obviously a lot of people generally don't have massive gardens. Like, how many of us have got like an acre garden plot or whatever?
Especially in London.
Especially in London, in the cities. Like, a lot of people have balconies or courtyards or whatever. So what's so amazing and inspirational about it is that people would have created gardens this size that will be completely different to their like neighbour's garden. Right. Do you see what I mean? Yeah. They filled them with different plants. They put like a water feature in or a seating area or whatever. And it's just so inspiring to see what you can do with a relatively small space. Yeah. And that's what I love. And then when you've gone and seen gardens, you're like, wow, that rose just looks phenomenal with that salvia or, you know, that nepeta or whatever. You can then go and shop for them in the marquee. You can see all the different colours, all the different varieties. They've got these amazing displays. You go and have your lunch there. They've got music. They've got ice cream. It's like a proper day.
Live music.
Yeah, there's choirs. There's like the whole shebang. There's a jazz band.
This is great.
It's phenomenal.
I just want to come for the day.
It's great. It did rain the whole of last year.
Just a heads up.
Just a heads up. But you know, it's England. What can you?
I
you
know.
What do you
it's expected, right?
any of the flower shows, like, 'cause obviously I'm really lucky and I get to
Yeah.
go to quite a lot of the flower shows, and there's quite a few throughout the year, and they are all amazing. But you just have to embrace it. Do you know what I mean? Like, you've got to go with your brolly.
Yeah.
You go with your big coat.
Sunglasses.
Yeah, and
and brolly.
the good thing actually about the one at the NEC is that there is a lot indoors as well as outdoors. So even if, like last year, obviously we had an amazing garden, the QVC garden, which won gold.
Oh,
Thank
slip that
you.
in.
I
Love
know.
that.
Designed by the wonderful Kitty Kovac. It was beautiful, this garden, stunning.
Mhm.
And obviously we did have periods where, because we were outside, so we did have periods where it did just like have a heavy downpour, and we had like a little gazebo, and we were all like huddling under the gazebo. It's really fun. And like some really brave people came out in their coats and like were like, "Oh, your garden's beautiful."
Oh,
And
lovely.
we had two of the holly cocoon egg chairs on the garden.
Okay.
In the bright magenta pink, and they were beautiful. We had to keep grabbing the cushions and throwing them under the. But you know, that's just England
just
for you,
the
isn't
thing.
it? But it's honestly, it was so fun. We were all still having our ice creams in the pouring rain.
Oh,
It was such a lovely, lovely atmosphere there, and just so fun. And we're doing it again this year, but even bigger.
Even bigger.
Yeah, so it's
There
going to
you
be
go.
great. I'm really excited.
So for those of our listeners, people
Yeah.
watching, if they're like me, is
Yeah.
this a ticket thing and new
Yes.
to gardening? Okay, so it's a ticket thing.
Yeah,
Do they
ticketed thing. Yeah.
sell out very quickly?
I think there are still some tickets available.
Okay.
I think it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday,
Mhm.
Sunday are the days.
When's the day to go? Because usually when these exhibitions happen, everyone's like, go on the
Ooh.
last day or first day.
Okay, no, that's a good question actually. So I was there last year, Thursday, Friday, so I
Okay.
can't comment about the Saturday and the Sunday.
Fine.
I love the weekdays if
Yeah.
you can do a weekday, because they're generally a little bit quieter.
Mhm.
But to be honest, it's such a big show and it's such a big space. I never once felt like overwhelmed with the amount of people.
Claustrophobic or-
Because like
yeah.
Chelsea, for example, obviously it's like one of the biggest
Mhm.
flower shows. It is an amazing day and it's a wonderful experience, but it's so busy and you have to fight through crowds to
Oh.
even see the garden. So you're sort of in like 5 deep queue. Do you know what I mean? It's like queuing for a bar or a nightclub. It's a nightmare. You're stood there like waiting for your turn to just have a peek at the trees,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
It's a
So
lot.
yeah, whereas
Sounds
like
a lot.
BBC Garden as well,
Yeah.
it's not like that because it's much more spread out.
Okay.
It's much more like leisurely. Go and have your
Sounds
lunch.
lovely.
It's such a lovely day. I can't recommend it enough.
Oh,
it's fun.
good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So defo come if you can.
No, definitely. If there's tickets left, I'll have a look.
Yeah.
Birmingham,
Birmingham
Rami.
in June. It's like the 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th of June.
Okay, so
I planned my
soon.
wedding around it, and that's not a joke.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you have to.
I
This
have
is
to. It's a
your
big deal.
thing.
It's a big deal.
You
Yeah.
have to.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh, we're doing BBC Gardeners World Live," and they were like, "Yes," and I was like, "Right, I'll get
Worked
ready."
it out. So
wait till the
after
weekend
that,
before.
don't tell me the date you're getting married.
Oh,
'cause I
why?
don't- Oh no, because I just think
Oh no.
it's a personal.
Oh, I don't
okay,
care.
Throw it out
Oh, I
there
don't
then.
care. Well, I'm having two because we're doing the whole like to the
Stop
same
it.
to the same
Two.
man to the same man.
Having two
That'd
weddings.
be awkward. One weekend, one the next.
Right. Two weddings. I need to hear about this.
No, just because I'm getting married in my grandpa's garden.
Lovely.
And that's kind of like the big wedding,
Yeah.
but we can't legally get married there, so I have to do the
Okay.
registry office thing. The
that's
the
quite
week
normal.
before. Yeah. So
I
it's
guess
like-
some people just have the one
yeah.
celebration.
So we were going to do it the week before, but I was like, no, Gardeners World Live gets in the way, you know. So I'm doing it the week before that.
Have
if
you
see what I
got
mean.
your wedding dress?
Yeah, I've got my
Sis.
dress. Oh yes, I get two. It's
Or
so-
now, some
Yeah.
people for the registry, they're doing cute little short ones.
Yes.
Suits.
suits.
Do you want to reveal? Not yet.
I'm just doing for the legal
Yes.
ceremony. I'm doing very simple. I'm
Okay,
gonna
yeah.
rent actually.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
why not?
rent.
Recycle.
Yeah, go on, yeah.
Sustainable.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just because the other one was over budget, so I've
Yeah.
got to.
But you're
claw it back
keeping that
somehow.
one.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Yeah,
It's all going on. It's
exactly.
busy. Yeah.
Very busy
Yeah.
for you, but very exciting.
Yeah.
I do want to ask you, and I ask all my guests this.
Go on.
It's what's a product that you never knew you needed and now you can't live without? And it could be
Oh.
a gardening product or fashion, like anything.
Oh, like how far back can I go? Like when I
Oh.
never knew I needed
When
like
you're 5.
compost.
Oh.
Is that boring? Shall I do? I'll choose
Do you
something
know
else.
what?
I'll
I
choose
want a
something
night
else.
out with you because
I don't think you do.
No, I do.
I just said compost.
because I just think it would be absolutely. You just don't know what's going to come out.
really digressed here.
What's next?
Just in general.
In general,
Today, I'm gonna go get a coffee. I think I need it. No, I've loved
Let me
it.
ask you again.
What's next?
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
You've got your wedding.
I've got my wedding.
You've got the BBC Garden.
BBC Gardeners World
show.
Live.
You've got a show later.
I've got a show later today. I'm doing all sorts of flower show things, which are really fun. I'm talking at Hampton Court this year, which is another big flower show, which will be really fun. I'm also, I'm not sure if I can say this actually, so I won't. But I'm also hosting another flower show. But I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say that. But I haven't said the name, so I think that's okay. I think that's fine.
Okay, fine.
So I'm doing that. I'm just very flowery, lots of flowery shows, which would be good. Yeah.
Dress.
Yeah, beautiful. So it's exciting, very busy, wedding stuff, planting. Yeah. I'm planting pots for my aisle for the wedding. I'm growing all the flowers for the wedding as well.
Have you started?
Oh, yes, I started in the autumn. It's like,
how many?
Hundreds. They're all on my table outside at the moment. Yeah, you need a lot.
Are there a couple that have been a bit naughty and you're just thinking,
yes,
hold on a minute, why are 50 of you sprouting and you two are like, stage 2?
Yes, exactly. How do you know this? It's like you know. I know. It's like you are one. It's weird. But yeah, no, they're exactly that. I've got like 1,000 stocks, which are beautiful flowers that smell divine. And I grew like frothy white flowers to go with them. None of those are growing.
Are you going to do your bouquet?
No.
Oh, okay.
Thank God. I've got a florist doing that.
Okay.
I've got like an amazing florist doing that. Yeah. So she's doing that. Okay. And she's doing my sister, who's bridesmaid, a bouquet as well.
Oh, that's fine. I hope I see snippets online. Hopefully. I would love to see that.
Hopefully it's nice and not.
That's going to be beautiful. It's going to be amazing day.
Yeah.
Emma, thank you so much.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
I've had the best time with you. I've picked up so many tips. Oh. I'm Googling blackjack straight after this.
Oh yeah, the acanthus, you're going to love that. Yeah, thank you so much for having me. It's been so fun. We've covered everything. I love everything. Literally everything.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for tuning in to the Joy of Shopping podcast. Make sure you like, subscribe, and if you've missed any of the episodes, make sure you check out our playlist.